Hey guys, it's me, Shaw360, with what I think is the album of the year, Dean's 130 Mood Trouble. I know, we're only in April. How can I call this the album of the year? Because I've been wanting this album since 2015, so it's highly anticipated for me. And also, after listening to it, I just really love what he's doing here because it's just so much more than like a random set of club bangers. So this is the front right here. This is the side. I don't know if you can see, but it says 130 mood right there. Ugh, my camera's being a butthead right now, so it won't focus. There you go, 130 mood trouble, and then it's got the record company right there. Then this is the back, and it's got this kind of crime scene tape right here. And then you can see it's got a little bit of a bend here because of the way this album is designed. But when you pull this out, there's a doorknob right there. That's kind of cool. There's no track listing on the outside, as you can see. One thing I didn't show you from the cover is when you turn the cover around, you've got like Dean's back going out of a door, and it looks like the ceiling is now the floor, but also like the floor might be covered in water, like maybe there's been a flood in this house. But yeah, there's that. Then when you open it up, you've got this scene right here, which shows kind of a man in a corner, and his floor looks like it's covered in water as well, light showing. But then when you turn it around, it is a toilet and a bathroom, and you can see there is a mirror out there with a palm tree and a half moon referring to one of the songs on the album. Then on this picture right here, you've got a guy looking out of the window again at a half moon. You can see an upside down tree there. There's some stairs, a television like in the Bonnie and Clyde video. You've got what looks to be a door painted on the floor. But when you turn it upside down, it really doesn't make a lot of sense either, unless what you think is a guy is actually a mural that's been painted onto the wall. And then this would be a window. But then you see that door. I don't know what perspective would make that door work either. So very interesting. Not only that, but something that's inside of here that I can't really accurately show you because I'm not about to pull this thing apart. Inside of each sleeve where the CD and the cards are kept, it's got all this pixelated stuff in here. And I wonder if you were to take this apart, if you would be able to look at that and it would be like a whole picture. I don't know. I paid too much money for this thing to pull it apart myself, so you guys are just going to have to guess. But it's the same thing with both of the sleeves, which is very interesting. Now I'm going to show you the CD itself. This is the CD, 130 Mood Trouble, and you can see the kind of crime scene caution tape all around the edges, so that's pretty awesome. And then instead of coming with a booklet, it comes with a series of cards, and each card goes for one of the songs on the track list. So this is the first card, which goes for outro. This song starts with the police banging on the door. And I don't know if they're trying to convince Dean to come out or not, because I haven't found a good English translation for the lyrics here. But at the end of the song, he's saying, "'Cause I'm motherfucking good and I get that money. I can tell this feeling is motherfucking good. I'm motherfucking good right now. Hella good right now. I can tell this feeling motherfucking good right now." This sounds like somebody that's trying to convince themselves that they're good when they're really not. And you see it says, "Call in. Oh, it's my fucking ex." So probably more than likely he's trying to tell himself that everything's all good when really he's mourning his ex, and he's damn near suicidal, as you could tell by the broken glass and the gun there. Then you have this, Pull It Up, which is featuring Zico, and you see a picture that looks like it's been burned out on the girl's face, the guy's face. It's been torn in half. This song is more about like going to the club and trying to drink and dance and smoke all of your cares away. So these are the lyrics back here. And Zico's verse is actually really scandalous. It's good though. Like when the lyrical interpretation, it's good. He has a line talking about how we're both wearing unfamiliar scents, but that's so sexy. So basically trying to get lost in other people and other things to get the memory of your ex off of your mind. Then you've got this right here, which is Bonnie and Clyde. You've got a phone on a bed. So basically, it's like he gets a call from his ex, and the ex is like, a booty call, basically, like, I want to hook up tonight. What do you want to do? So his response is Bonnie and Clyde, one night, who cares, who cares? He knows that all she wants is a one night stand, but then he kind of flips it and says, till we die, would you remember me? And then he's like, I want you to know how much I love you, how much I need you. So on his part, he knows that she just sees it as a one night stand, but he's trying to let her know, girl, I would die for you. Like Bonnie and Clyde, I'm willing to be fatalistic about this relationship. And using Bonnie and Clyde as an analogy, over the years, Bonnie and Clyde has really been romanticized as being like, that perfect couple that won't let any outsiders get into their world, and they ride for each other, they'll die for each other because their love is so perfect. But what people don't remember about real life Bonnie and Clyde, which I do because I live in the southern United States, not that far from where they were shot and killed, Bonnie and Clyde murdered a lot of people, robbed people. They didn't rob from the rich and give to the poor. They robbed from middle class, lower class people and gave to each other. They destroyed everything around them in their crushing need to have this codependent, destructive, disastrous relationship. And the only way it could end was in a shootout, because they were never going to give themselves up willingly. It had to end in disaster. So to use Bonnie and Clyde, he's really talking about a relationship that can't end any other way than disaster. Then you have this, which is What to Do, featuring Crush and Jeff Bernay, which if you read the lyrics of the chorus, it's pretty accurate in summing up the entire song. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. Your love is just a memory. Baby, it's your last time to give me your best try and to give your heart to me. So basically, what's going on in this song is that him and this girl, they've gotten to a point in their relationship where he can't even hardly remember the good times between them because she's just gotten so emotionally detached from him. So he's trying to let her know, you have got to try to reach out to me. You've got to show me that this is something that you want, or else what we have between us is going to fade away. And it really makes it to where when you watch the video for What to Do, it actually makes a lot more sense, because in the video, it's this girl who's kind of outside in the numbing cold, just wandering around. She doesn't really seem to have a purpose. She doesn't seem to be interacting with anybody. There's no one around. And you're like, girl, go in the house. It's cold outside. You don't understand why she's just wandering around when it's so cold, and it just seems like it's such not a good idea to be out in these conditions. Well, you see there's a timer on the table. Time is running out. And then the half moon refers to the song Half Moon, which we'll talk about when we get there. But basically, the time is running out to make this relationship work. I'm beginning to feel like I'm alone in this. I can't find you anywhere, but I'm constantly going all over the place, running in circles, looking to make this connection with you. I need you to reach out to me. I'm lost trying to find you. Then you've got Half Moon. Half Moon, the lyrics on this one, I read in English translation. And basically the guy is like, you are that other half of me. With you gone, it's like half the moon is gone. I'm left with this emptiness. I'm left with all these doubts. I'm left with all this feeling of incompletion. And it's weird because when we were together, I always told people we were one. Now that we're apart, I now realize you are definitely you and I am definitely me. But whereas you left here complete, I'm not. I am at a loss. So that's pretty cool. And then this one right here, I love it, featuring Doki. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't able to look at the English translations of this one, but basically it's about him and the girl during happier times doing the do, if you know what I mean. And yeah, that's basically what it is. Like these are the moments that are the reason why he's struggling so hard with the breakup of their relationship, because when the relationship was good, the relationship was super good. So there's that, and it kind of shows, the love making. Then this one right here, 21, it's got this kind of car crash here. This actually is kind of the beginning of everything. The song is about a girl who is 21, and she's made some mistakes in the past, and Dean feels like he's the guy who can help her get over the mistakes she's made in the past and can show her real love. Like, he can be there for her. These other guys couldn't see the real you. You've made your mistakes with these guys. Pick me. I see the real you. I can value you. Would you be mine? Be mine. But she said nothing because she don't give a shit. So basically, is this girl he met, she's kind of a wild child, but he really likes her. And he's trying to let her know, you know, before you crash and burn, let me save you. The problem is, though, she's not maybe as emotionally mature as he is. And because he's given so much of himself to try to prove to her that he could be the man for her, when she leaves and lets their relationship crash and burn like everything else in her life, he's just not prepared for it. He's just not prepared for it. And emotionally, it wrecks him way more than it did her. So then this is the credits for the entire album, and then this is some more credits in the back. I have to say, it's been a long time since I've seen a themed album that I really understood the theme front to back, that I really endorsed the theme front to back. Not only is this a really great themed album with a really cool running narrative to it, but it's actually probably one of the better themed albums I've ever heard, both in English and in Korean. And that includes Chinese Misconceptions, which it was a themed album, but it was almost like a musical. It really wasn't themed the way I like. It makes me think of other really great themed albums in Western music, like Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite, Kanye West 808 and Heartbreak. It makes me think of a lot of just like storyline type of albums. And I think it's so cool that Dean is using this approach for popular music, because I think with the style of music that Dean makes, people could argue that it's kind of throwaway music because it is, you know, very modern in production, and it sounds like a lot of the disposable music that you hear on the radio, but lyrically he's actually talking about something. In fact, I think the only thing that I don't like about this album, and this is just a personal decision, I never really like to hear about suicide being romanticized. I never like to hear about drug and drink use being romanticized, because I've had people in my family who have dealt with substance abuse problems, and there's nothing romantic about that. But that's just a personal decision. Other than that, I think that the way he describes his use of substances and his kind of suicidal thoughts, he explains kind of where the genesis of that is. He explains how much, you know, he's in an emotional state. And I much would rather somebody have those feelings and express them in an album like this than do something to hurt themselves in real life. So overall, I actually really love this album, and I hope more people will listen to it. I bought mine at kpoptown.com, but I think they also sell it at ketchupcd.net. You can listen to it on YouTube all over the place. Please give it a listen if you like The Weeknd, if you like Drake, if you like Zayn's new album. I mean, there's a lot of music Western-wise that sounds a lot like this. There's not as much in K-pop that sounds like this, so this is really something to check out, because my feelings are that this album, plus kind of what NCT is doing on SM, that's the new direction that we're going to start hearing a lot of groups going in moving forward into 2016. So get in on it from the ground floor, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and my next video will be my 9 Muses video, because I promised that a long time ago, but I got this album. This album is super special to me, so I want to just dedicate one video to talking about it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!